I guess you could say this is one of those moments where I harken back to the days of live radio when things go haywire. And this is one of those podcasts. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on the Throwing Bagels podcast, Shooting the Breeze edition. Kevin Mooney here alongside Jason Hamo. Hi, Jason.
Hello there, Kevin. How are you? Where's
Hey.
where's where's Chris?
I don't know where Chris is. That's where we're harkening back to live radio days where Chris is having some technical difficulties and he's unable to join us at
No
this
longer
moment.
on assignment.
He's on an assignment to get his internet working and
Yeah,
get on the
exactly.
podcast.
All right, exactly.
Chris, we miss you, buddy. Hopefully you'll be popping on soon. But in any case, the show must go on, right, Jason? Long
We're gonna break some legs.
long time no see, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's been a couple days.
So Jason and I were at the David Wright retirement and Hall of Fame induction ceremony for the New York Mets over the weekend. That was a spectacular ceremony. The game, not so much.
Not so
Uh,
much.
it was
Balls flying everywhere.
awful,
It was bad.
but it hopefully someday. I mean, arguably, since David Wright's the greatest player in last 25 years in franchise history. I don't know
Yeah.
that anyone tops that in the last
No,
25
I
years.
don't think all around player.
Yeah.
No, like Pete Alonso just passed him for home runs, but
Mhm.
all around player, I think, yeah, he's definitely the best player in the last 25 years.
Yeah. I hadn't been to City Field since David Wright's last game. That was in 2018, I believe. So Ali and I went to that. And so this was just great to be back. I kind of forgot how really cool City Field is as a ballpark. I think it's one of the better ones, I would say, in the majors.
Yeah, what's funny is I was doing I was talking to a buddy of mine not that long ago, and we had heard this list of like the you know people who have been to all 32 stadiums, and they ranked them, and they ranked Citi Field like in the middle of the pack for the most part. And I'm like, really? I'm like, I don't see that. Like, I've been to a good amount of stadiums, and I would put Citi Field in the top, probably the top 10 of the stadiums that I've been to. I think it's a great ballpark. I think it has a great feel to it. So
Mhm.
it surprises me that some people have like rated it so low. And they always have one of the best food options of any of the ballparks.
Yes. And they've won awards for that
Right.
several times over the years. And
Exactly.
for me, like what I liked about City Field is that there's food everywhere. Like
Hmm.
it's not like there's two concession stands and that's it, and you're sitting in line forever.
Right.
It's they're all over the place, and whatever kind of food you want, you can probably find it there. And that's really, and they have the little food court set up where you can
Yeah.
just grab a bench, you can grab a tabletop and
Hmm.
eat your food there. You don't have to bring it all the way out to your seat. So
Right. Exactly. You can go to center field.
yeah.
When the stadium first opened, center field was like the area, right? And
Mm,
it still is to a certain extent, but it was almost that was all that was there. Like there wasn't really a lot of other places. Then they started to build it up more, and behind home plate also there was a little bit, but it wasn't built up yet. And then they built that out more also in the upper deck,
mhm.
So now the upper deck and the behind home plate and then center field are like the two places where like really all the best food options are.
And now, if Mets owner Steve Cohen gets the things rolling on the development, the casino, I think he wants to put a casino next to the
Yeah,
city
he's trying to get
field
that
and
license. Yet
a hotel. Like, man, a hotel, Jason, would be
that would have been
phenomenal.
great for you, huh?
Oh man.
You could
Yeah.
stroll across the street.
Oh boy. Because for me, I drove down from upstate New York. I drove down to see my parents who still live on Staten Island. And I didn't even, I'm like, there's no way I'm driving into this game, which will be a sellout. And the Mets were sending emails like, don't even bother, get here stupid early,
Mm.
don't take the car, please. So all right. So I hadn't I mean, Jason, I can't remember the last time I took the Staten Island train. It's
Yeah,
been
I couldn't
years.
I couldn't tell you last time I did. I haven't lived on Staten Island in almost 20 years, and my parents haven't lived on Staten Island since like 2018. So, yeah, it's been a very long time since I've taken the train and ferry from Staten
Hmm.
Island, and I
I
don't
had to
miss it.
do it though. I'm like, I'm not driving in there, so I'll take PT, and it was great. The ferry. I think the ferry, like riding the Staten Island ferry, especially if you can stand out on the deck or like next to an
Mm,
open window and feel the ocean air just kind of breeze by it.
right.
It's one of the best experiences I think traveling around New York City. And I mean, maybe I'm biased,
Yeah, no, I think the Staten
but
Island Ferry is great. I mean,
yeah.
people make fun of Staten Island, and like the only reason why to go to Staten Island is to take the ferry, which, to be fair, I mean, for the most part is a valid thing, but to go back to one thing for everyone that doesn't know, when Kevin just said PT, for all you non-New Yorkers out there that don't understand what that means, he means public transportation.
Yes.
We say that in New York, but I don't think most people understand what that
Oh,
means.
okay. Not physical therapy. No,
Yeah,
just public
exactly.
transportation. All right, good call, Jason. I wasn't sorry for the vernacular. But yes, but public transportation takes too long to say. So
Yeah,
PT. There
exactly.
you go.
PT, right. That's what we all
Get on
used to
there.
say.
And now you don't have to deal with a stupid Metro card. You just take your credit card, you tap it, and you're gone.
Exactly. Right.
It's
Use your phone, whatever. Yep.
it's great.
So easy.
So and it was just really I got there pretty fairly quickly. I know it's 2 hours, no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try. It's 2 hours from
Mm,
Staten Island to Flushing, the
right.
ballpark. And it doesn't seem like it because there's all kinds of scenery, but
Yeah.
but yeah, and I don't know that I would ever drive to City Field because I got there stupid early. Like I got to City Field, I think it was around 1 o'clock.
Oh wow.
So right before the parking lot opened, I
Hmm.
had gotten there and the cars are just lined up. Like you could see them go on and on.
Really?
And I'm like, you couldn't pay me to
Yeah.
drive to this
No.
ballpark and pay $40. Is it now? $40,
I don't know.
$50 to park a car?
Honestly, I would say the last time I drove to City Field, it probably wasn't even City Field. It was probably Shea Stadium. So think about that. That's 2009, so at least at 2008, really,
Yeah.
technically. And it would have had to have been before I moved out of my parents' house, which was 2008. So it was pretty previous to that. So I used to, yeah, I and the prices were way cheaper back then. I'm not paying $40 to park my car. I'll just
No.
I've driven there and like parked near City Field before, but that's about it.
No, and when we came down to see David Wright's last game, my wife and I, we actually got a hotel in Flushing, and we just drove to that hotel, and
Hmm.
and it was walking distance of the ballpark,
Oh,
which was
nice.
really nice. But we couldn't. There was nowhere to park. Like you had to constantly circle, look for garage, then you had to, you know, that was
Yeah.
fun.
Well,
But
that's the downside of parking in a you know in a place like Flushing. There's no
yeah,
parking for
none.
the hotels.
Yeah. So if you're listening, you're like, I can't wait to go to a Mets game in the future. You got something planned, just take the train. Just don't even. Just
Yeah,
stay somewhere
exactly.
far away and
Exactly.
take
If
the
you're staying
train
in
in.
Manhattan, take the 7 train or
There you
take the Long
go.
Island Railroad. Do not Uber there. No. Don't be that
Nope.
person. No, don't be that person. It's quicker, it's cheaper, it's easier. Don't do it.
It was pretty getting back to the game, the ceremony before the game. It was still really cool to see David Wright and to see him, make the speech that he did and the fact that he said he tried like hell to bring home that World Series
Yeah.
championship, couldn't get it done, but David Wright gave his life to the New York Mets. There's like he left it all out there. Like
Yeah.
for me,
Yep.
there's absolutely nothing that's disappointing when you look back on David Wright's career other than his health, which was a big part of it. You kind of wish that if he had stayed healthy, he would have been a bona fide Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
Like as soon as he hung it up, he would have been, as soon as he was eligible, he would have been voted in. But injuries are unfortunately a part of the game, and
Yeah. Kind of sucks because yeah. I was listening to the Mets game earlier tonight, and they were talking to Joe Torre, and Joe Torre had managed him with the WBC
you
back
know,
in, I guess, what was it, 2008? I think it was, right? Something like that. Um, and he said that they mentioned that his numbers and Don Mattingly's numbers are very similar, which I found actually surprising. I didn't even think about that. I never realized how close they were. And I'd have to look them up and compare them. But
mhm.
that was, and there's all these, people that say Mattingly should get into the Hall of Fame. Mattingly should get into the Hall of Fame. And I'm like, I've always considered David Wright. I was like, I've never even thought about David Wright for the Hall of Fame. I've always been like, he's not a Hall of Famer because he didn't play long enough. His numbers were on track at the
Mhm.
time, but not for his full career. So to find that out was very surprising to hear that today. And when I always hear all these people clamoring for Mattingly to make the Hall of Fame.
We have a visitor, Jason.
Oh, we do?
We have a
Who is it?
visitor.
Is it Santa? Santa!
I don't know. Is it Santa?
Oh, it's not Santa.
Oh, it's not Santa.
Um,
It's not Christmas in July.
No, I hate technology. I gotta tell you, man. I
Get
freaking
off
hate
my
technology.
lawn.
Honestly, like a fist into the clouds. Absolutely hate it. I don't want to interrupt what you have already been talking about, which I have no idea what it is. So if there's something wacky, please, by all means.
No, nothing wacky. Nothing wacky.
We
Chris
were
told me there was a
discussing
guest.
the top five movies of 1995. Go.
Oh
No,
wow, 1995.
No,
no,
I'm
we
just
weren't. We were
kidding.
just
I'm
kidding.
kidding.
He's just kidding.
Joking. I'm
It's too bad
joking.
because now I'm thinking wasn't Casino and Pulp Fiction in the
Hmm.
theaters at the same time?
Was that
Or was that
1995?
1994?
95. I know Casino was 95. That's
All
def.
right.
Yeah.
Wow, that
Damn.
would be pretty. That's pretty cool. Pretty good memory if you got those. I couldn't think of that. Couldn't think of any of them.
Good
What?
job, Chris.
Yeah,
I feel like
thank
there's an
you.
Adam Sandler movie in there somewhere,
There,
like a
there's a
water,
comedy in there, and I
like a
know there's
Billy
a
Madison
drama
or
in there as
like a Billy
well.
Madison or something like that. But
Yeah,
I
something like that.
feel like that might have been 96.
Now we're gonna have to the research staff will have to
Work some overtime.
work some overtime to check these out.
Yeah.
1995 movies. Did you mention Billy Madison is the one being released in 1995? Because you'd be correct if that's what you said.
I said it was a
Yeah,
possibility. I wasn't sure 95, 96 time
yeah,
frame.
it was 95.
Yeah.
So some of the popular movies out of 1995: Toy Story, Batman Forever, Apollo 13, Braveheart, and Goldeneye, and also Seven, Casino, Waterworld, Toy Story,
Waterworld. That was a
Waterworld.
great movie.
uh, The Usual Suspects, Billy Madison, Clueless,
Wow.
Friday.
That's some good movies that were released in
I mean,
1995.
great
Even
movies.
I'll even put Clueless in there. That was, I mean, you know, not a great movie, but like considering like the all those movies, that Clueless isn't horrible for the list. I'd rank it towards the bottom of that list, but
Yeah, but some cracking movies there.
But
yeah,
think of what Toy Story
became.
launched.
I
It
know.
was the first like really computer animated
Yeah, 1995.
video
See?
movie,
Yeah,
and
and it
it
was
was kind
really
of
good.
It
yeah,
was. I still like it. I'm
So
not
do
gonna
yeah.
I.
lie.
I've watched all four of them,
Yeah, and they're coming out with another one,
allegedly.
allegedly. They're coming out with a fifth one.
Yeah. And you
when
know
my
what?
son when my son was little, he would he loved Toy Story 3. I don't know why.
Mhm.
And the only reason why he liked it was because the beginning stage of that movie, the beginning scene is like the train running down the track and like with the print with the woman with the doll stuck like chain like tied down to the track.
Oh
And
yeah,
every
yeah,
time he
yeah.
wanted to see it, every time he wanted to watch it, we would watch it like literally nonstop. It was like I got time to the point where I was just like I can't watch this movie anymore. And he would just go choo choo, choo choo, and that was like code for I want Toy Story 3.
Do you know what's crazy about all the Toy Story movies is Tom Hanks, voices Woody
Mhm.
in the movies, but everywhere else it's his brother doing like for the toys at the amusement parks, and it's his brother, and his brother happens to kick the voice up a notch to get it to sound exactly like Tom Hanks.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah, it's
what?
crazy.
That
Yes.
is
Wait,
crazy.
Tom Hanks is not in the other movies?
Tom Hanks voices Woody in the actual Toy Story movies. But when
Oh,
you're
okay.
talking about the other media, the other promotional material,
Okay. Okay.
like you
Sorry.
go to Disney
Gotcha.
World or you go to a theme park and Woody's talking,
I didn't even know he
that's
had a brother.
yeah.
I I knew he had a brother. I didn't know he was voicing all the other, things that they do,
Do they sound
promotional
that much
videos.
alike?
Yes.
Wow, who
Well,
knew? Is his
That's
brother
crazy.
famous?
he's a
No,
voice he does a lot of voiceover work, as you can imagine.
Who knew?
not as famous as Tom Hanks.
Apparently.
No.
You know what movie was on last night that I was watching? I just happened to flip it on last night. Big.
Ah, big.
I love that
Yeah,
movie.
that was
Love that
okay.
movie.
That was an okay movie.
Love that movie.
Yeah, Jim Hanks. So Jim
Jim Hanks.
Hanks is the voice of
That
Woody
just sounds like a
in
fake person.
You made that
Hey,
up.
my name's Jim
yeah,
Hanks.
Jim
I'm Tom's
Hanks.
brother. No, you're not. Shut
You
up.
made it up. Yeah, you're lying.
Uh, so he does video games. He's Woody in the video games. So yeah, it's
Wow,
crazy.
That is
interesting.
interesting.
That is
Very
crazy.
interesting. Huh.
Never would have heard. Never would have guessed that in a million years. I didn't know he had a brother, so therefore I could never have guessed it.
He has three siblings. How about that?
Is it one brother, two sisters?
Let's see, Jim and Larry Hanks
Nope.
Two brothers.
and
One sister.
Sandra.
There
Sandra
it is.
Hanks.
I knew it was one or the other.
There you go. Well, it had to be one or the other.
Had to be one or the other, right?
It was a 50-50 chance.
So that was a little cool little tidbit about Toy Story and
Who knew?
the
Learn something new
voices.
every day, folks.
Yeah,
See? That's what we bring to this podcast.
That's right.
Little tidbits like
You
that.
never know what you're gonna get from
Right.
the Throwing Bagels podcast.
Exactly.
Including internet interruptions.
Yes, including those. The internet. Oh, and you know what? So I know when we did our first ever shooting the breeze, I think we talked about uh
Pet peeves.
pet peeves. We talked about traveling pet peeves, flying pet peeves,
Hmm.
and we never got around to driving pet peeves really. And I
Oh.
did a lot of driving the past few days. I drove,
Okay. Yeah.
it's about 240 miles, from where I am in Cortland down to see my parents, and took public transportation in to see the game at City Field on Saturday. But it's like when I'm driving, this never fails where people are behind you and they're tailgating you.
Mm.
And then they go around you, they speed around you, and then they cut you off to get off at the next exit.
Oh, I hate that.
It's like,
I mean, I can't say I've
why?
never done that before, but I hate that.
Why? Just tap your brake, stay behind me, and you're there.
No, too
Like,
easy.
I
No.
never
It depends on
understand
how
that.
far away you are from the exit, though. Like,
That's true.
and what lane were you
It's-
in? Were you in the
it-
right lane?
I'm in the right lane.
See, here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
So for them to tailgate you in the right lane is just a moronic move.
Yeah,
Like
it's
if
a
you were
jerk
in,
move. Yeah.
it's just stupid. Like we're like because you're not going to move over to the left
No,
lane
not.
because that's your point. You're in the right lane for a reason.
Yes.
If you're gonna go faster than I am, then you need to go into the left lane and go around me. Hence called the passing lane. Like
Yes.
obviously there's a reason for that. Now, if you're like 400 yards from the exit and I'm gonna go around you and cut you up, that's a different story. Like I'm not gonna do that. But if I have enough time to go around you and get off the exit without like having to like
Yes.
then veer across like sideways, like yeah, that's
But
just
but I see that at least once or twice every time I drive more than a couple hours. I see
yeah.
people, they will uh pass somebody and then immediately cut them off to get off at the next exit. It's like if you had just stayed in your lane, you could have just gotten off. What did you do? You saved Did you save any time
Right.
doing what you
No,
did? No, you
no,
know you
no, not
didn't.
at all.
It drives me nuts. I just
And you
never
almost cause an
understood it.
accident.
Yeah, exactly. So
But
I
what's
have
the
lots of I
cutoff
have lots of
distance, though?
yeah.
What
if
is the
I
cutoff
see the
distance?
exit and you do that, then that annoys me. But if the exit is still like a mile down, you're fine. Half mile down, okay. But
Half
geez,
mile still pretty close though.
it's still,
Half mile is close.
Like if you're going 50,
you know,
65 miles an hour and you're half mile away, that from an exit, that's like nothing. That's
That's true. And also, what kind of like, let's say it's a tractor trailer you're trying to pass, right? Do you play Russian roulette with that?
I've done
But
that.
do
no,
you, you know, but I've seen it,
I've done
but
that.
it's happened.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, somehow there are plenty of drivers out there who think tractor trailers can stop on a dime.
I mean,
To be
And
fair, I've done that, but I've never done it to the point of like where I'd make the tractor trailer like have to like veer, like
yeah,
slam on the brakes and like, jackknife or something like that. Like I'm not that. I'm like not like that, but I've definitely done my like speed past it with enough time to like move over, not without cutting it off,
mhm.
without cutting the person off, and then get off at an exit. You know?
And then there are the people where no matter how fast you're going, it's never fast enough, right?
yes.
Mm.
Oh, the
So
worst.
you try to pass someone and you got a line of cars, right? And you're passing and there's someone that's just bearing down on you
Mhm.
Mm.
in your rearview mirror. You're
Oh, I
like,
usually slow down then. Then I just slow
yeah,
down.
that was good. Solid strategy,
It
Jason. Maybe
is.
even tap the brake a little bit,
Yeah,
Yeah.
then I slow down and I piss them
tappy
off.
tap.
That like those people, I don't deal with those people. Like my favorite is like you're like someone's in front of you and you're driving, you're both going like 75 miles per hour, right? You're just driving, and then they happen to slow down a little bit. So you go around them, right? And then you're now in front of them and you're driving, you're fine. And then
Mhm.
next thing you know, they're like, "Well, I'm just gonna speed up again to pass you again because you
Yes,
passed me." Like, dude, you slowed down, so I went around you. You know what
yes,
I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Or
Yeah, I hate that.
you're passing somebody and they accelerate as you're in the left lane, they
Right.
accelerate
Yeah.
and they're in the right lane, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not going to let you pass me."
That's
What,
such a jerk move.
what
Such
game
a
are you
jerk
playing?
move. Like,
Yeah,
honestly.
you know.
Yeah, you know what I hate though here. So when you're like, I like to use cruise control, especially when I'm going
Yes,
long distance, right? So I'm gonna set it at like 72,
yes,
73, and we're good.
yes.
Then you get someone to pass you, right? And they get in front of you. And then
And
they
they slow
decide,
down.
I'm not going to go as fast as I was going in the left lane because I'm going to be a jerk and slow down in front of you. So you're playing like yo-yo cars,
Yeah,
the entire time. And it's like, dude, just stop driving because you
Right.
stink at driving. I
And
hate
that's
it. I
that's
hate
part of
that
the
so
whole
much.
like passing you to speed up again, just to pass you again, right? Like when they were
I don't
behind
get
you,
it.
you pass them, yeah. Like I'm not really much of a cruise control person. I don't really like using the cruise control because I have to like every so then like because you're always gonna pull up on someone and have to like slow down and tap the brake and then like start it back up again, and so I just rather just like
It depends on if you're in I mean, obviously if you're in traffic, you're not going to be using cruise control.
right.
But
right.
if you're like just cruising along, like on the throughway, you're down 81 or, wherever, 278, wherever.
Yep.
Like you're good, I mean, I don't know. It, it, you're going to get there in one piece, right? When you're using the cruise control, but don't use it when it's raining. Like that's a little tip. Don't use it when it's raining because, things can go a little haywire and you won't be able to take it off
Yes.
cruise control if you're sliding all over the place. You don't want to do that. Don't
Right,
want to do
because if you hydroplane, the car thinks you're still
that.
going, and so
See you
it won't
later.
slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
You're doing pirouettes on the
bye
highway.
bye. Yeah.
I know I never even thought about that before. I mean, I've never done it, so that's not even, but I've never actually even thought about that before.
Do you know? And here's something else I learned about driving, especially at night. Right, I learned this like secondhand. I was listening to a radio show, and the host mentioned this because he heard it from a state trooper, I think. So yeah, my mother's sister's uncle's boyfriend said this. But when you're at driving at night, don't drive in the left lane because if someone gets on going the wrong direction, they're going to be in
Yeah.
that lane. So if you just stick to the right lane at all times, if you're driving at night to
Mhm.
Really
avoid that.
interesting.
Yeah. I was with a friend of mine coming back from Saratoga to Albany, and we were in the right lane. And sure enough, here comes a car, and that's only 2 lanes up there from between Saratoga. I'm sorry, it was 3 lanes between Saratoga and Albany. So
Mm.
they were all the way in what would have been the left lane going south, and we were in the right lane, and they were coming right towards us. I'm
Oh
like,
Jeez.
my
that's
God.
terrifying. At,
Yeah.
I would have pulled
65
over all the
miles
way
an
to I
hour.
would have pulled over to the shoulder and just like sat there and let them pass. Like I wouldn't even have like
You couldn't tell at first, though. That's the thing,
Like,
because you're
what am
like,
I
are
looking
those
at? Yeah.
headlights? Like, what is that? I can't. And so all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, they're like right here.
yeah,
So
and they're
yeah,
probably
that's terrifying.
flying too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Probably
Probably going like
inebriated
90.
or yeah, Mach 1 going the wrong
Yeah.
way.
Right.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's that was a scary experience for sure.
Yeah, that I crap myself if that happened.
Do we have besides these car driving pet peeves, do you have a train pet peeve? Because I know you guys obviously lived in the city for a long time. Um, and I was just on a train as well. Do you have any train pet peeves?
I mean, yeah, I mean people that hog the seats.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Hate that.
people that
Hate
hog the
that so
Yes.
seats.
much.
So
Like they'll
like
take
one
up three. They'll just put their
yeah.
feet up and they'll,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I'll tell you,
They'll put bags on the seats that all around
yeah,
them.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you my wife's biggest pet peeve is so on like the commuter rails like Long Island Road and New Jersey Transit, they have these seats where it's like a four-seater, like two facing each other,
Oh,
Yeah.
right? Two on each side
Yes.
facing each other, or even
uh,
like six, like three on each side, three facing each other. And there are people that will literally, so like let's say you come on the train, and I like to sit, I'm not gonna lie, like when I commute home to and from the office, I actually like to sit in that seat. But on like a Saturday afternoon, right? When you're like taking your kids with you to like
Mhm.
go into Manhattan or something like that, or and you want to sit with all four of you in one spot, that's a perfect seat. And then you have
Yes.
this one person who's sitting there with like lounged out with nothing. They could easily just sit in a two-seater, but they have to sit in that four-seat area and hog it all up, and then you can't sit there. And sometimes I just make my kids sit there and just piss them off and hope they leave.
yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Jeez. For me, actually, one thing one green flag, I guess, if you will, when I used to take the subway to work was when people would leave a newspaper on the seat. They would get off at the
Oh,
stop and they would leave.
wonderful.
Oh, that was
Yes.
great. They're doing
Back in the
God's
day,
work.
yeah, when that was great pre-germaphobe time.
Yeah.
Back
Newspapers
in
are
the
sterile,
Yeah,
it's
back in the
fine.
day, I used to
Yeah.
love that. Nowadays, I'd be like, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Remember when we used payphones?
I know, I know. Trust
Oh
me.
my God.
But for the subway like that was the big one for me when people would take up multiple seats.
Mm. Mm.
Um, but I was on an Amtrak. I would take Amtrak to see Allison like back when I lived in the city still, and I would take it from Penn Station up to Syracuse.
Mhm.
And one of those trips, there was a person behind me who ate, I don't know what they ate, some kind of salami sandwich
No,
and they would burp, and it would just
you can just
stink
smell it.
like, "Bleh." And I would hear that, and then there's just be this stench of salami like
That's gross.
wafting out in front of me, and it was gross. It was so gross. And those were the days with Amtrak when they didn't have and not every seat had a plug. Like you really lucked out if you
Yeah,
found a seat. If
right.
you got on early enough and you found one that had a plug in it, then I could plug in my CD Discman and listen to CDs on the way.
Man, you're old.
Oh my, yeah, I am old, very old. But that's about it for train pet peeves.
So let me tell you really quick here, because I was on Amtrak over the weekend, all right,
Okay.
coming back from my trip. So
Now, where
Penn
did you
State.
go?
So all right, so I was on a cruise.
Okay.
7-day cruise
Nice.
to Bahamas.
Oof,
Very nice. It was very
tremendous.
nice.
Good job.
May never go on a cruise again. Don't know yet. Still
Okay, that
processing.
good.
I'm still processing it. No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad cruise. It wasn't a bad
Was
cruise.
this your first cruise?
It was my second cruise.
Okay.
Okay.
My second cruise.
All right, we'll
So
get
I
to
think
that.
the first one was better than the second one. But anyways,
Okay.
so coming back, so the port of call was Port Liberty in Bayonne,
Mm-hmm.
Joycey.
Mm-hmm.
So we took the train from, well, we were going to take the train from Newark, but it got delayed in any case. So we took an Uber over to Manhattan. We're at Moynihan Station to Syracuse. And that's a haul. Okay. Kevin, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yes.
is you're stopping in freaking Croton Harmon,
Yeah.
Rhinebeck,
A-
Poughkeepsie, Hudson, Albany, Rensselaer, Schenectady, Amsterdam, Utica, Rome, and then finally Syracuse.
And at some point, I don't know if they still do this, Chris, but like they stop in Albany for like half an hour because
About,
they're changing
yes,
locomotives.
20 minutes. It's a
Ugh,
20-minute layover.
yeah.
And you couldn't go anywhere. Yesterday it was raining, right? So you couldn't really get out of the car to kind of stretch out. So in any case, we get to Syracuse. And I don't know if this etiquette should be the same etiquette as getting off an airplane. Okay. We've got 4 suitcases up top. And I'm grabbing the suitcases and just everyone is coming down the aisle. And people are going around me. No one's waiting for me to get the suitcases down.
I
Okay.
hate that.
It is should it be the same etiquette as on the airplane? Like go
So this
row
is
by
getting
row?
off the train? This
I'm
is
getting
getting off
off
the
the train.
I mean,
And no one's got a connection to make.
Exactly. I
yeah.
mean, the train's not going to leave, right? But when you're getting off the train, like they're waiting for, yeah, because there's conductors right there.
How long do they wait? So how long do they actually wait in
Uh,
between at stops to like wait for people to get off the train? I mean, knowing that there's probably people that have suitcases and things like that.
yeah, I mean, so the conductors are there; they can see you, right? So people are getting off and people are getting on.
Mm.
So the conductors are seeing like who's coming on and off. I mean, it's a good 5 minutes,
Hmm.
Yeah.
So it's not like, are you in a rush I listen, I get it. We've been on a train for 6 hours. I totally understand. But give me 30 seconds to get the suitcases down, okay?
Yes.
Like I'm gonna punch you in the face. Okay.
I hate
Waiting.
that. And for boarding as well. Like I hate it when you're
Yes.
trying to put stuff in the overhead bin and people are like stop like they're crushing you to death. It's like back off. Let me put this in here so I can sit
Right.
down.
And there's not a
And
lot of room, right, in the aisle
Jeez.
to like
Yeah.
get past, right, as you're trying to get
right.
things down and things like that.
That's exactly right. So it's like, what are you in a rush for? I mean, oh my God. Gonna throw punch. I was gonna throw punch people
I
yesterday. Like
don't
it was,
blame you.
I mean, it was so was Sarah for that matter. She was more pissed than I was, which is funny.
That's a
So
good one. Yeah. No,
yeah,
I get that.
but yeah, the people hogging the seats is a good one because the conductor actually came out and said, "You're gonna get to know your neighbors a little bit. We only have so many seats, so don't put your book bag down. Share the row." It's like you're talking to toddlers.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Well, it's
Come
exactly
on.
what it is.
I mean, the train's gonna be full, so just whatever. It's no big deal.
It is to a lot of
Just
people.
common courtessy, man. And
That
you know,
where has that gone?
I don't know. We're sounding older by the minute, guys.
We are. And you know it's
I mean, Chris sounded old the minute he came on.
oh dude, that was terrible. No, I did. You're so right. You're so right.
Chris is like
Because
the Simpsons grandpa going,
I I was on the phone with my son asking how the hell can I get the internet to work? Okay? Because it's not working.
Um,
And everything shows that it's working.
hmm.
But we
and did he
saw
fix it for you?
I mean, yeah, but it's so the way he had it set up was like, he's got a network and you got to connect through here and there's a box and blah blah blah. And I just disconnected everything and plugged directly into the Verizon box.
There you go.
There you go.
That's the best way to do it.
Well, what else are you gonna
When
do?
in doubt, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. So he's gonna fix it whenever he's back.
So what needed to be processed on your cruise? What are you still processing right
Yeah.
now?
So 7-day cruise.
Okay.
7 days is a long time on a boat. There
Yeah.
How
there
many
were
stops did you make?
there's three excursions. Okay, three ports that we went to. So first was Port Canaveral, which I did not get off the boat in Port Canaveral because I have no interest in going to see gators. No interest in being bit by mosquitoes that are the size of my head. So I'm like, I'm just gonna stay here and hit the pool up. So, which is exactly what I did. The second port was Nassau, which is nice. I had never been to Bahamas before. Nassau is really nice. Everyone was very friendly, of course. You get off and like there's shops and they're all overpriced and blah 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 blah. And then the third port was the Royal Caribbean exclusive Coco Cay. All right, so it's exclusive little island, and that was a blast.
Hmm.
The kids loved it. We loved it. There was water slides, there was wave pools, there was the ocean. It was wonderful.
I've been there.
It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice. The entertainment on the boat wasn't great, in my opinion. Like it was just like there's a couple days where I was like, yeah, the music was okay. I didn't go to the comedy shows because I've never seen a great comedian on a boat. So I don't know, just one of those things.
Fair
And
enough.
comedy is subjective. So
Yes.
people like it, some people don't. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think it more has to do with it was 7 days and like it just kind of got a little boring in between, I suppose, all the stops. So but I will say, went out with a bang, went on a heater at the craps table.
There you go. See?
Heater
Nice.
ended on a high. It was
There you
wonderful.
go. So that makes it all the better right there.
It did. Listen, came home with some cash
There you go.
in the pocket. Cash
That's all that matters.
offsets, all the drinks that we were getting.
Right, exactly. That you don't know how much you spent until you get the bill and
Don't want to know. Don't want to know when I get the bill.
get the drink package.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
You gotta
that's
wait.
that's a somewhat of a scam though at the same time
You
because
gotta weigh it.
how much are you gonna drink every day versus
Well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah. Like
That's the
you
thing.
have to weigh it out and be like, I need to drink like 12 drinks a day
Ugh,
at minimum
Yeah,
gross.
just to
exactly.
like break even.
and you're not gonna do that, right? I mean, you're
Right.
just not gonna do it. Like, unless you're a freaking raging alcoholic. But I don't know any raging alcoholics, so.
I mean, there's yeah. I mean, certain days you can always you manage to get it more drinks out, but like
Sure,
every
yeah.
day you got to average 12 drinks a day. Like
No way.
That's
No
hard.
way. And for someone like me that doesn't really drink a whole lot, like it's, I'll have a non-alcoholic beverage here or there, or maybe a glass of champagne as part of dinner or whatever, but that's it. Like yeah. But yeah, you're right. I think it is kind of a scam.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I know I've seen people. The thing I see the people most with is the soda package, and let me tell you, you could the soda package you would expect the people that you think are drinking the soda package or taking that soda package because that thing's expensive also, but they're getting their money's worth, my friend. They are every 5 seconds they are filling up that thing again. It's like amazing how quickly those people will drink soda and then go fill it up again.
It's so true. It's true. Yeah, because they'll fill up their like,
It's a
they
big thing. It's
they buy
huge.
right. They buy these big like gallon
Yeah.
size like
It's those
with the
huge things with
handle.
those like those straws that like like they make the noise when
yeah.
you like squish it down and you pull it back up again.
That's right. The
And it's
big
like,
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there's huge things that's like this with this big handle and they're walking around with
Right.
it. Yeah.
It's like a big gulp with a handle.
It's
That's what it
bigger
is.
than a big gulp.
And that
and we're a bit all over the place here for today, and that's good. That's good. We're shooting the breeze, right? The
That's right.
breeze takes us anywhere. But looking at the calendar, about a month from now, orientation begins for students at SUNY Oswego.
oh
If
my
you can believe
God.
that,
I just saw something
that's
recently on
crazy.
I think Instagram that was something about orientation. Like I feel like they already had orientation or some
May-
sort of
I
Maybe
think it
there
was
was,
for freshmen
freshman
yeah,
orientation.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I
because
remember we stayed, I think it was July, right? Or like July, maybe the first week of August or something. They had, oh no, wait,
They
I
had some
can't
sort of an
remember.
orientation already. I feel
Yeah,
like it was like in
yeah,
July, and then
yeah,
you come back at the end of August, right? For
right.
the
yeah, that sounds right.
freshmen come up like a week earlier or something like
Yep.
that.
Yeah. Cause I stayed in Cayuga for that orientation and then came back and wound up staying in Seneca when I
I think I stayed
actually
on Lakeside
started school.
for orientation.
Hmm.
I don't know how I was. Do you you remember Pat Hawley?
Yes.
He was like my I think he was my roommate in freshman orientation. Just happened like randomly.
Huh. Small world. Yeah. Cause
Yeah.
Pat used to work at NYO, right?
Yeah, he was a
he was
broadcasting major.
DJ. Yeah.
He was a broadcasting major, and it was just like it was really random. And we were like, "I'm a broadcasting major. What about you?" Me too. Oh, look at
Yep. Those were the days.
They were the days, man. I miss those days.
that. Let's go back.
Can we? Would you do it differently?
I don't know. Maybe I
It's a
might
good
do something. I
question.
would do some things differently. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely like. There's a few things I'd probably do differently. Not a lot, but probably a few.
Probably majored in accounting.
I was gonna say probably not major in
Yeah.
broadcasting.
I'd probably major in like something there. I make more money. I would probably would have majored in computer science or something like that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
We really shot ourselves in the foot there
We
because those guys were graduating into like, they were getting 50, 60K a year off the bat. We were like
getting twenty
25.
five thousand dollars.
Okay,
if you're
I'm
lucky.
going to be a big star. But
Right.
for
You're like,
now,
yeah. You're
I'll make
like,
25.
you graduate, you're making $65,000 out of school. You're like, this is amazing.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
And then I got a job at Clear Channel, Syracuse. And that was for a whopping 18,000 a year in 2002.
right? Exactly.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know
That
how
is
we did it. I don't know how Allison and I did it. We were,
that's
Uh,
well, I mean, yeah, I mean we can go into the whole
yeah,
socioeconomic thing, but
yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
not.
mean it's you're right though. Like that that's asinine to think about. You're graduating college and you're making 18 grand a year.
Yeah. That was, I mean, I made that choice. I made that stupid choice because I thought it was going to
Right.
lead somewhere. But
right.
We all
that
Obviously.
did.
was 3 years out of college.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's amazing.
and my first job technically was an internship, and that was 500 a month. That's all I was getting,
That's
stipend.
insane.
And that's where I was thankful I was just still lived with my parents then.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I wouldn't have been able to do it otherwise.
No,
Uh,
I don't know how kids are. Like
no.
I don't
Yeah.
jeez.
So it's crazy.
Times have
But,
changed.
Beats me.
well, times have changed, but the pagan radio has not.
No, it is
So,
not.
that's right.
It's still the same. You're still gonna get $18,000
You're
out of
still gonna
college,
get-
kids. All right.
The
I'm
cost
gonna
of
be a
living has
big
gone up
star.
exponentially, but radio has stayed the same.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah,
Radio and
and
television.
being replaced by AI.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like you're not pushing buttons anymore, like what I was doing.
Yeah.
You're like, I mean, I at one point I was hosting my own morning show and I would book it and run the board and do all that stuff. Like I was doing all of it myself. But now you're probably doing that and you're PD of a 6-station cluster and you're voice tracking for all of them, and that's your day. No
Yep.
thanks. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't miss
exactly.
you. I don't miss you, radio. Not at all. This is fun. See, doing this podcast, it's just
Yes.
fun.
Right.
That's
It
it.
is. We have
And we're
freedom
actually
here.
spending money to do this. We're not getting paid at all. to do
Exactly.
it. So, and it's
Not
fun.
yet. Not yet, at
But-
least.
Not
But
yet.
still having more fun than you would have,
Yes. Oh,
you know,
man.
doing all that nonsense you were doing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
nonsense. Yes, because we are going to sell this eventually to Sirius XM for a lot of
That's right. Exactly. Exactly.
They're going to
Move
see
over
the
Howard
value.
Stern
Exactly.
and Mad Dog coming for you.
That's right. Well, I think that'll do it for this edition of the Throwing Bagels podcast. We do have some guests lined up, some really cool guests lined up over the next couple of podcasts. So we hope you stick around for those, including someone that we went to school with, and we'll just leave it at that. Pretty good lineup so far as we look into the summer and, dare I say, the fall. And I say that because I was shopping at BJ's last week, and they already had the Halloween candy out.
No,
So it's crazy.
No.
It's true. The pumpkins, the Reese's pumpkins.
no,
Yeah, they were there. Oh yeah.
that's outrageous.
They're
I'm
always out.
offended.
It's earlier and earlier, guys. Pretty soon.
Yeah.
It's freaking July. I mean, what are we doing?
We're selling candy. You know,
It's true.
Reese's needs to step up their game. They have nothing between the Easter egg and the pumpkin. They got to work on that.
But what are they going to do?
I don't know. That's not my job. That's their job.
They have a thick one. They have a thin one. They have a regular one. I mean, we're gonna do a half one and a whole one now.
Look, everyone knows the pumpkins, the Christmas trees, and the Easter eggs are the best. And the Valentine's Day hearts, like there's a little interlude
Yeah.
there with the Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But then we
No
go
one cares
straight
about
to the
Valentine's
eggs.
Day.
Mm-mm.
Believe it or not, it's not just candy. I was at the liquor store not that long ago buying like my favorite summer beer, and the guy goes, "This is these are the last two that we have because we're starting to bring in the October.
Pumpkin
We're starting to bring the
oh,
pumpkin
yeah.
beers." And I'm like,
There you go.
It's July. Are you
It's
kidding me?
July.
And this was July 4th. This wasn't even like
What?
Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, they're starting to push it out now." I'm like,
That's
"This is
crazy.
crazy." I'm like, but I don't even shop there that often anyway. It's just really close to my house. The one that I get to go to a little further away is better, and they have more stuff. So
I'm
they'll-
offended even more.
Yeah,
October beer in July. We have
know.
pumpkin spice everything now.
Yeah, it's
in
crazy.
July.
yeah.
Yes.
It's not fully out yet, but it's starting to come out. Yeah,
Yeah. Crazy.
it's
Crazy
ridiculous
stuff.
We've lost our ways as society.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Throwingbagels.com is our email address. No, it's not. Throwingbagels.com is our website where our social media buttons are. Click on those and you get to our social media. We, post a lot of good stuff out there, and
Mm-hmm.
YouTube channel, good stuff. And Throwing Bagels podcast at gmail.com is our email address. You can send it in. You can hey, I want to be on your show. Like, you can do that. That's okay.
And people have done that, by the way.
People have done that.
They have.
So you're not alone. We're happy to talk to you. Just send us that email. Just do it
Yeah.
Yeah.
go.
And a reason why.
right now.
Tell us why.
Yes, a reason why. That's a good point, Chris. That's producer 101.
There we go.
Call screener 101.
Right.
Like, At the fan, I would answer the phone and they'd say, "I want to talk about the Mets." I say, "Well, what about the Mets?" Like, you got to ask that question. It's important.
Yeah. It is.
Oh, and before I forget, one last thing. Please forgive me, but I had to do just one more thing, and that is to wish my wife Allison a very happy. What are we up to now? I can't do the math.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
I got to get out the calculator.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Oh, no. We'll filibuster.
17th anniversary.
17.
So, happy
I mean, that's
17th
wonderful.
anniversary.
That's excellent.
17.
The love of my
Almost legal.
life. And okay, Jason.
In some states.
That was not awkward at all. To throw that out there. So thank you.
Almost able to buy cigarettes.
Okay, yes, that's wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Still a ways away from renting a car.
Yeah.
But
We're drinking.
We're getting there.
Or-
Or drinking. Yeah, so
Hey, which-
happy anniversary to a fellow Spiegel grad, Allison. Hi.
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary, kids.